Hello everybody, how are you today? This is Inverted 311 here, doing a first impressions video of a tobacco I haven't tried yet. I had gotten this tobacco in a trade from Scotty P, awesome guy. If you're not familiar with him, go check out his channel. Always has something interesting to say and has some really nice tobaccos that he'll usually talk about, amongst other things. So this is actually my third time trying to get this video down. First time the phone stopped, and then the second time I probably got about 10 minutes into the video and my fiance winds up giving me a call and stops the video. So I have smoked half a bowl of this stuff, alright, but I decided to do a little blasphemy and dump it out. I know you can all hold it against me if you like. But I wanted to make sure, that you see me light the bowl, and I'll repeat and probably have a couple new things to say now. Unfortunately, like I want to do the first impressions, but I haven't got it past halfway down the bowl. So we'll kind of find out together what it holds in stores and how well the tobacco gets through the first 3 quarters. What I'm smoking it in is my Country Gentleman. It came as a bent pipe, but I wanted to get the straight bit on it. And this is the Danish bit, the amber bit. Both items came from Aristocab.com. Really nice guy. I'm sure plenty of you done business with him. Him and his wife do a wonderful job. So, let's get this bowl started. What are we smoking here? This is the Davidoff, and is a Red Virginia Oriental. Let's get the actual name of this tobacco really quick. I'll tell you, if you ever get the smokable seconds, it comes with these really nice bags, and they're great for wrapping up samples. Wrap it up in that bag, and it keeps them fresh quite a while if you really wrap them up tight and add that bag around everything. So let's see what we got here. It's a Davidoff. I can't remember the name here. I think Luxury. No, not Luxury. There's something fancy like that. Let's see what we got here. We got quite a bit of stuff here. Okay, so Davidoff Royalty, excuse me. And so far, I'm really digging this tobacco. Really digging it. Like, I've probably tried, I don't know, around 50 different tobaccos now or so. And I've never tried one that I was just right off the bat, the first couple puffs, sure that I was really gonna buy it again. I mean, well, I didn't even buy this one, but I'm definitely gonna be looking for this one. It's a great, sweet, naturally sweet tobacco. I could sit here and yabber all day, but let's get this bowl started, and we'll try it again, see how this goes. Phone's on airplane mode this time, so ain't nobody bothered me. I want to add, I would think to myself, why do so many people record pipe videos in their car? Not a big deal. I thought, hey, it's cool. If you're a safe spot, or not a safe spot, but you're your sanctuary, no one can bother you, no one can hear you. Maybe you don't like speaking in front of people, or if you're in your yard or something, and your neighbors can hear you talking, and they'd be like, well, who the hell is this guy talking to? So I thought that was kind of it. But I answered my own question. I had brought a nice chair up here, a lawn chair, and I was going to sit up in front of my car. I drive a retired P71, a police interceptor, Crown Victoria. One of my favorite cars. I mean, I've owned plenty of cars, but I love this car. So it's going to definitely be in the upcoming videos. But you can check out the back seat. You got the plastic seat with the indentations for handcuffs, which I dig. I love it. What's even better? My fiance loves this car. I was going to change the back seat out, but she talked me out of it. She loves the back seat. Now, don't get nasty, okay? No handcuffs in this car yet. All right, let's get this pipe going. Probably roll this up for a second here. Man, that first light, it's just the flavor right away. I mean, it just jumps right in, you know. And it, you know, a lot of tobaccos that I've tried, I'm sure everyone goes through this too. You know, he might start getting a lot of the flavors halfway through, or it might start opening up, or you know, it feels like the tobacco relaxes after, you know, you get partway through the bowl and you start tasting more. But this is just delicious right off of the first touch of the flame to the top of the bowl. And I really appreciate that. It comes to find out. I've never had that experience, and I really dig that. I respect that a lot. Well, it has this natural sweetness to it, okay? And before I get into this one, let me talk about a tobacco that I tried yesterday for the first time. A Red Virginia. That was kind of the whole trade for me with Scotty, was I wanted to try some Red Virginias and Red Virginia blends and stuff like that. I hadn't had any. And yesterday I tried the Cornell and Deal Red Virginia Ribbon, okay? Man, I don't even want to talk because I just want to smoke this bowl. And it was a great tobacco, okay? Scotty was saying that he had it in his cellar for about a year and had never tried it. Which I thought, I was like, wow, man, you know, I couldn't imagine. I mean, unless you're trying to cellar it to put some agent on it or something. But I couldn't, I'm not to that point to where I want to cellar tobaccos. I'm still trying as much stuff as I can. And, it was kept well, for sure. It was a little drier. It was not crispy. It wasn't like crumbling or nothing. It was just drier than I'm normally used to smoking. I haven't got into the habit yet of drying out my tobaccos properly and playing around with that. And it was an interesting smoke because of the fact that it was a little drier than I was used to. It was super dry. And that's one thing I like about getting the clear bits instead of the black ones. You know, you can really see how much moisture that the tobacco is putting off. But that retrohale on that Cornell and Deal, it had a nice little bite to it, that's for sure. The other thing that was unpleasant, I mean, I've only been smoking pipes about a year now, but, you know, I smoked cigarettes for 20 years and, you know, cigars and stuff. Not too many cigars, but, you know, I'm a seasoned smoker. I had to stop smoking due to some health problems this past May in 17. It wouldn't have been a tobacco I would have enjoyed at first. If it was like one of the first tobaccos I had, it probably would have turned me off from it. But the retrohale had some bite. A first-time smoker, if you're just getting into pipes, you probably wouldn't like it. But if you like a stronger tobacco that's going to give you a little bit of burn and open up your sinuses, go for it. It's definitely something I'll smoke again, you know, and play around with a little bit and see what's going on. Now, enough about that. I just wanted to mention that because it is a Red Virginia, and the first time I smoked one was yesterday. This one is a completely different ball game. I love this tobacco. You know, I dare say that it's actually probably my favorite tobacco I've tried so far. You know, you kind of I remember when I first started thinking about getting into pipes, you get these preconceptions of what kind of pipe you want and what kind of tobaccos you're going to smoke and stuff like that before you even order anything. I bartended for a long time and became really good at my job. You know, a mixologist. I used to write the menus quite often for the restaurants I worked at, and really know my wine and stuff like that. So I would like to say that, and like to think that I have a nice palate to kind of decipher things and, you know, be able to pick different flavors out of mixed flavors or mixed items. But I like probably most others. Well, no, I'm sorry. So I wanted to know what the base tobaccos tasted like. You know, so I wanted to know what Latakia tasted like. I want to know what Virginia tasted like. Along those lines. I've yet to try a Perique yet. I really want to try a Perique. The Englishes. Well, not the Englishes blends, but I wanted to know, like, okay, here's your base tobaccos that you make your blends out of. And then make my decision on, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to mix? Do I want to look for these mixtures together? You know, bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, I wasn't digging them at first. I think the first tobacco I actually tried was Drew Hill Luxury Flake. And man, I tried it, I was like, whoa. I got that and a Latakia Flake from McBaron. Those were the two first tobaccos I tried. And I remember when I opened up the McBaron, the smelling Latakia for the first time, I'm like, whoa. You know, it actually kind of smelled putrid to me. And that was the one I wanted to try first, but I didn't. I wound up trying the Drew Hill Luxury Flake. It was like a Virginia blend, stuff like that. And I was a little surprised. And then the next day I had tried the Latakia, and it was much smoother. You know, I was expecting the Latakia to be like in your face. You know, I didn't know what to expect. I was just trying tobaccos for the first time. After I had the Latakia for the first time, and I got my first your beard smell, you know, the mustache smell that it leaves behind. I could smell it the rest of the day. And after that, the smell changed to me, and I really enjoyed the smell of it. And so that's why I'm glad I had that experience right off the bat, because it's really pushed me to try different tobaccos that I never thought I would like. After that, I went to aromatics. You know, I wanted to, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm going to be an aromatic smoker. You know, fuck regular tobaccos. A little trouble keeping this one lit. I'm yabbing too much. I'm not used to talking, making videos, and smoking a pipe. And it's funny, you see these guys, they'll relight their pipe and, you know, apologize for it. Now, I'm sorry, you know, I'm taken out of it, but I'm going to have to relight this thing. You're going to have to deal with it, I guess. And so I started ordering a bunch of different aromatics and stuff like that, and smoked those and was enjoying them. And I decided I wanted to try the Drew Hill again. The Drew Estate, excuse me. And after that, I had one of those perfect bowls, you know, perfect smoke with it. And the natural sweetness came out. And also, you know, when I was first smoking, I wasn't packing them the same way. And, you know, I had learned quite a bit more since the last time I tried it. And then after that, just after that one bowl, aromatics just were not my thing anymore as much. I still enjoy aromatics, but maybe just a blue moon, you know, every once in a while, a couple times a month or something. I think it was actually lane 1Q that I had gotten it, smoked about a half a tin of it. No, not even, like about 5 to 6 bowls into it, and I enjoyed every bowl. Like, man, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this stuff's great. You know, I thought I found the tobacco I was gonna smoke, and then all of a sudden it just went and just hit a wall. It just nosedived. The flavor was gone, and I just, you know, started smoking other tobaccos. So that's kind of a little bit about where I'm at, I guess, in my pipe journey. So to this tobacco. It has this natural sweetness. I've probably repeated myself a couple times, but it's almost like honey. Like, not even honey. You know those orange honeysuckles that grow on the plants, the flowers? And, you know, hummingbirds usually frequent them. It tastes like that. It has that essence of it. And I'm digging it. I love it. It's fantastic. I will definitely be looking into purchasing this tobacco. My hope is still available. I hope it's not one of those McClelland deals. My God, you know, I want to talk about that. I never tried a McClelland tobacco, okay? Who cares? I'm sure it was great shit. If you're a McClelland fan, fantastic. I'm sure it was great. You know, you always hear about people talk about 5100 cake. And that was actually why I wanted to try a Red Virginia. But it seems to me is that there's all this hype built up about a tobacco that's going out, right? And it seems like scalping tickets to me. It's the same thing. I'm not going to mention anyone in particular in the community. But I mean, if you order 170 tins or 200 tins or 300 tins of something like that, that's silly. You're never going to smoke all that tobacco. What are you going to do with it? You're going to sit on it. Eventually, you're going to sell it on eBay to some sucker for a ridiculous amount of money. I don't know. Now, I'm not just pointing fingers at, you know, people that buy tobacco. Hey, to each their own, you know, but to me, it kind of seems like a scam. It seems like they build this hype, the companies build this hype up. All of a sudden, everyone's talking about it, and then you got these people that buy pounds and pounds of it, and then they just sell it all out, right? And it's gone. It seems like there's could be some controversy and some conspiracy theories, I guess. It's the tobacco conspiracy theory. Anyway, I could just be tripping, but it seems kind of suspicious to me, in my opinion. Yeah, you know, I'm having a little trouble keeping this one lit. But like I said, I'm bumping my gums here. What are you going to do? Probably a little bit more than halfway through this bowl. And it has stayed consistent the whole time. I got a little bit of wind coming through my car, so it's not helping. I'm talking a lot, so it keeps going out. But you can really tease the flavors out of this tobacco, especially in a cob. I brought some nice briars with me that I'm probably gonna do another couple of videos with right now as some first impressions, and see how they go. But I like to smoke a blend or whatever tobacco out of a cob first, because I know exactly what to expect from these pipes. You know, I know my briars well, but it's not as consistent as a cob. Maybe I'm just not as experienced enough, but you know, I can pack a pipe and smoke a pipe. You know, I mean, it's hard, but it's not all that hard. I mean, knowing about the tobaccos, I think, is really the big thing. You know, I shouldn't say it's not that hard, because I'm still playing around with different packing methods and stuff like that. I mean, I got my routine down. I know what I like, and I know it works for me. You know, it could be a little bit of different for everybody. Who knows? But for the most part, cobs just smoke better. They smoke cool, they smoke dry, they smoke consistent. I mean, if I'm going to go to town, I mean, not that I get out very much anymore these days, unfortunately, with some health problems, but, I mean, if I was still going out and kicking around and doing, you know, the thing, you know, going the pub crawl or whatever, you know, I'd bring out you know, I have a really nice Savinelli 320 king size, Maroon Grace, rusticated, and man, that's a beautiful pipe. I love that pipe. Yeah, I was going to show you another briar that I brought with me, but I'm going to save it for the next video. Anyhow, this one's running over 22 minutes now, so I'm not sure how long you guys have stuck around. Hopefully some of you are still watching the video. Everyone, thank you for stopping by and checking out my channel. I want to give a shout out to Cobbit of the Shire. Steven with a PH. Right on, brother. You know, I hope you're doing well. I've kind of caught wind of a little bit of your situation. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I hope your health is doing well. It's, I don't know what you're going through, but believe me, I could probably understand a little bit, considering what I've gone through myself the past year. Now, I'm going to mention that in my next video. I'm going to talk a little bit about how and why I got into pipes and why I think they're important. Okay? Well, YTPC, you all take care now, and please, if you like the video, like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you know when I pop up another video, and take care. See you in a few minutes.